Hi yogis, and welcome to this yoga stretch for flexibility and relaxation. This is an all levels practice, so take options as you need. A couple of extra things I want to mention before we begin is the first one is that I'll be offering minimal cues in this practice, as I really want to give you the space and time to come deep into the stretches and really focus on your own practice. The second one is that I will be offering plough pose or halasana in this practice, and I've linked a short video in the description box below which breaks this pose down step by step. So have a look at that one if you're not familiar with plough pose. Before we get going, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, as new practices come out every week. And when you're ready, let's start in cross-legged seated position on the mat. Okay, so let's find a comfortable cross-legged position. And let's really come centered at the start of our practice. Closing the eyes, sitting up nice and tall, feeling the earth support you, hands resting lightly on the thighs. Find breadth across the collarbones, open through the heart, pressing up through the crown of the head. And let's just focus on the breath. Breathing in, expanding through the rib cage. And then breathing out, rib cage draws back in. And let your belly, let the core just slightly switch on. Let's take that again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, breathing in, breathing out, and then open the eyes. Let's take a neck stretch. Just tilting the right ear towards the shoulder. Arm comes over. Just keep this nice and gentle. We turn the head, eye gaze to the mat, take the crown of the head and a gentle stretch through the back of the neck. Let the breath support you through the entire practice. Really calm down the nervous system. Other side. Turn the head, eye gaze to the mat, gentle stretch through the back of the neck. Coming back to center, just some shoulder circles, circling forward, back and around. Let's take 4 this way. And the other way, all the way around, feeling through the shoulder joint. Stay sitting up nice and tall. All right, hands resting lightly on the knees. Let's just take some neck and upper body circles. Tilting the head, circling through, feel a sense of relaxation through the center. Come to the other side. Feeling into each part of the movement. Two more. Exhale as you come through the center. Inhale as you lift to the left, and then exhale back through the center. And then coming up to sitting, let's take a side bend. Place the hand down, reach nice and high, inhale, exhale over. If it feels good, cactus the arm. Circle around. One more time. Circle around. Other side. Hand comes down, inhale and exhale. Stretching through both sides. Cactus the arm if it feels good. Circle around. Cactus the arm once again. Circle around. Up to sitting. Let's come to tabletop. So find your tabletop, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just going to circle forward. So circling forward, a gentle arch through the back. And as you come back, rounding through the spine. 3 more times that way. Nice and slow. Feeling into each part of the movement. Other way. Coming forward, gentle arch through the spine. Pull back, scoop through the belly. Last one. Back to tabletop. Let's thread the needle. Reaching the front arm nice and high. Then thread the arm through. Twist from the rib cage and bring the shoulder and the side of the head to the mat if you can. Deep breaths here. Let's take one more on this side. Reaching nice and high. Twisting through the rib cage. Come back through. Pressing up. Hand comes down, other side. Thread the hand through. Twist through the rib cage. Deep breaths. Lifting nice and high. And again, threading through. Hand comes down. Come sit the butt back on your heels. We're just going to mobilize the spine a little more. Blink the fingers, press them away. Come up to kneeling and then open the arms. Just a gentle back bend here. Let's take that 3 more times. Enjoy this movement. Nice and slow. Open the arms. Then let's bring the right leg through, so the back leg comes through to a kneeling lunge. Bring both hands inside the foot. We're just going to take some hip circles here. So bending in, feeling the stretch through the hip flexor, circling around, just warming up through the hip joint. Forwards and around. One more that way. And back the other way. Make this nice and circular, full range of movement through the hip. Last one. Then hold here, and you can either stay here on the hands, maybe heel toe the foot out a little, the front foot, and maybe come down to the forearms for a deep stretch through the hip flexor. And if it's for you, you're welcome to take the quad stretch as well, reaching the back arm around, bringing the foot up, stretching through the hip flexor and through the quadricep. Deep breaths here. And wherever you are, coming out of it nice and gently. Bring the other leg through. So both hands inside the foot, let's take the hip circles. Circling around 4 each way. Keep them nice and circular, full range of movement through the hip. Nice and slow, back the other way. Last one, coming forward. Maybe heel toe the foot out a little wider, either staying here on the hands or come down to the forearms. Maybe a gentle rock side to side if it feels good. And if it's for you, take the quad stretch. Full breaths, nice and steady. And then nice and gently coming out of it. Hands come down, bring the knees back. Let's press up to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, knees come off, sit bones nice and high behind you. Bend the knees if you need. Let's just pedal through the feet. Find a moment of stillness here. One inhale, one exhale. Let's bring the back leg through, either 90-90 or half pigeon. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, exhale to come forward. If you're in half pigeon, you can bring the heel in a little, roll the hip over, come forward. Bringing the senses inward, exploring your inner landscape. nice and gently walking the hands up. Let's bring this leg around. Seated twist. Foot either in front of the knee or cross it over. Sit bones anchored to the mat. Arm wraps around. Take your twist. Let's take 90-90 or half pigeon on the other side. Setting up, find your position. Deep inhale and exhale, folding forward. Just observe how your energy has shifted since you started our practice today. Pressing yourself up gently. Seated twist on the other side. Back leg swings around, either in front of the knee or cross it over. Wrap the arm around and take your twist. All right, coming out of that, we are coming to camel pose. So just coming back to kneeling, standing up nice and tall, belly drawing in. Now either hands to your lower back or hands to your ankles. You can take one arm like this or two arms. We'll take two camels. So finding your option. Pressing the heart through wherever you are. Tuck the chin in to come out of it. Stretch forward into child's pose. And we'll take one more. Finding your option. Pressing the heart through, retracting through the shoulder blades. Finding your way out of it. Let's take child's pose once again. Deep breaths here. And then let's roll over. So now we're coming to halasana or plough pose, which is a great counter posture for camel. So lowering yourself down, legs come up, pushing your legs over, supporting your lower back, toes come to the mat. If this is too much, just hug the knees in and take a moment to rest. Making sure you're pressing the back of the head into the mat, so we're not putting pressure on the cervical spine. Then release the arms, use your core, roll down vertebra by vertebra, all the way down to the mat. And just hug the knees in for a moment. Now either taking pretzel or shoelace position. So pretzel looks like this, or shoelace, knees one on top of the other. Take the feet and draw the feet outward. Maybe close the eyes. Really feel into the stretch in the body. Then release. Let's take a hip opener. Placing the back foot down, then taking the top foot over the thigh, and you can either press it down with the hand or just use your muscles to press the knee down for an active stretch. Use the breath to encourage the muscles to relax. Then release that. Maybe just give the knees a little bit of a knock together. And let's take pretzel or shoelace on the other side. And coming to hip opener, back foot down, top foot on top of the thigh, either using the hand or just letting the knee drop outwards. And let's stretch into our hamstrings. So taking the front leg, either the back of the thigh or the calf. You can keep the foot bent or stretch it long. No tension in the neck or shoulders. Take the leg, hand takes the outside of the ankle or the leg here, and just draw it across your body. And then let's take it out wide. So maybe take the outside of the leg, somewhere here, or the foot, and just draw it down outside of you. And release. Let's take the other side. So leg comes up, take the back of the thigh or the calf. Other leg may stretch long. And just come into the deep hamstring stretch. No need to force it. And remember, one side may be more flexible than the other. So just respect your body and give it what it needs. And take the outside of the leg, draw it across the body. and taking it wide. And bringing it back in, let's come to a twist. Bringing the knees towards me, either taking the arms wide, or you might want to take them out in a cactus shape if that feels good. And if it's for you, turning your head to the back of the room. Let's really melt into this posture. Really relax. And the other side. Finding the arm shape that works for you and turning the head if that feels good. Let's come to happy baby. Our final stretch. Arms around the knees, or taking the insides or outsides of the feet and draw the knees down towards the armpits. Can you really relax in this posture? And release, and let's come to Shavasana. Legs nice and long, toes dropping outwards, arms by the sides of your mat, close the eyes, and just focus in on the breath. Let's find deep relaxation here. Breathing in, breathing out. Now 5 full breaths, as relaxed as you can in your own time. And everyone, let's just take one last full breath here. And then keeping the eyes closed, draw the knees up and find your way to a comfortable cross-legged seated position with me. Find that beautiful posture that we started our practice with. Feeling the earth's energy supporting you, your heart open, your spine long, pressing up through the crown of the head, and open the eyes. I hope you enjoyed this yoga stretch for flexibility and relaxation. I hope you feel as relaxed as I do after that. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Namaste.